Two Minnesota bills were signed into law during this year's legislative session that require automatic expungement of certain cannabis-related criminal histories, the Adult Use Cannabis Act and the Clean Slate Act. But even though the law that lays out the expungement goes into effect this year, Olmsted County Attorney Mark Ostrom is warning people to not assume their charges will be sealed automatically until at least a year after.
Typically right now when the petition is filed, the petition comes in, we look at it, there's some sort of a court hearing, the court says yes or no, everybody seals their records. Right now what they've asked is that the BCA find the records and then basically in some sense send a petition through to then seal the records. And therein lies the problem. I don't know how the BCA is going to find the records. I literally sat next to the director of the BCA a couple weeks ago, and he was just scratching his head. He doesn't know either.
The Department of Public Safety estimates 66,000 marijuana-related records in the criminal history system are eligible for an automatic expungement, and 230,000 more eligible for review for expungement. But here's the problem. There are two classes of cases that are going to have the automatic expungement. Ostrom says the misdemeanors are easy to find because there's a statute with the only charge under possession of marijuana in a motor vehicle, which are easy to expunge. But something to keep in mind is that those misdemeanors are already not as significant. The other tens of thousands that are classified as felonies will be harder to find because the specific drug-related conviction is in the body of the complaint. The legislature proposed that anything marijuana-related could be expunged, but Ostrom says that requires the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension to go through every single complaint that people want to have expunged, going back about 20 years. The Adult Use Cannabis Act goes into effect August 1st of this year, but the cannabis-related charges will remain on someone's record and not automatically be expunged until the BCA can implement changes to the criminal history system and figure out how to sort through all those charges. The BCA says this will likely happen closer to August of next year.
If they have a conviction on the record, they don't have to wait for the BCA. I mean, if they want to fill out the petition and send it through the normal way, they can do that. And that could be overwhelming for all of our offices. If they're content to wait a year for the BCA to try and figure this out, you know, that kind of helps us resource-wise. But those people that are struggling with these issues of employment or housing might want to get it done sooner rather than later. And the legislation allows it.
He says that there are not enough resources on the local level to deal with the hundreds of thousands of offenses if they're all sent to local offices for petition. The specifics on how the expungement will work on the BCA level is being developed. A cannabis expungement board will be created to review certain felony-level cannabis-related records to determine their eligibility.